First, you learn on domain. Domain, let's say I have fxy. Let's say set x plus y. Set x plus y. So the domain is x, y is subset of real numbers such that the conditions are x plus y must be more and equal to 0. That's it. Domain. And then you learn on partial derivative. Limit first. Limit, you learn on limit. If you remember limit, there ada x, y approaching numbers like 0, 0, let's say 1, 2 ke. Okay, please careful. First step is insert value. Insert value. If you can get real number, settle lah. If you get 0 over 0, denominator 0 here. So what you should consider is factorize, conjugate if you have surd, factorize if you have squared, or modify trigo if you have trigo like sine cos, limit like t approaching 0, sine t over t you have 1, right? Please look up on it. Okay, so this one you can do the methods and then try to solve lah. If these three fail to use, meaning that is two part test. Two part test tak pernah keluar lagi kan, so confirm ada. This one definitely in your finals. This one also in your finals. This one might be also in your finals. Study all. Everyone start to pick one questions, right? Do you remember? Okay, and then you learn higher order. Partial derivative. Partial derivative will come out with a higher order lah. Partial derivative will come out with higher order. Partial derivative come out with higher order. Let's say I have f. Okay, let's say they're giving you del squared f, del y, del x. You should know what you want to find first. This one from behind to in front, right? So if I were you, I write down like this lah. Meaning that I want to find f, x, y. Dalam exam hari tu masih ada yang tulis t sebagai f. T looks like f. Ada. Hari tu exam. Ada yang T terbalik. Saya dah tegur dah. No. T must be like this. Komputer pun tulis macam ni. Okay, fxy. Fxy, so find fx first. And then find your fxy lah. This is what I mean by here. Okay, partial derivative, higher order lah. Normally they will ask you higher order. And last one, you have chain rule. Chain rule. Chain rule, make sure you write down your chain correctly. Del z, let's say del s equal to del z over del x over del s plus del z over del y. Let's say del y over del s according to your branch lah. I already teach you this one. Make sure that kalau buat D je, if you do D, wrong. B0. B is for correct statement. B1 is if correct statement. So must be del. And do one by one. After you do one by one, plus do one by one. Then you insert the value, right? So if given, let's say s equal to 0, s equal to 1, let's say t equal to 2, let's say. So you find your x equal to what, your y equal to what. Then put your del z, del s in terms of one number. Put lah dalam ni. Put inside here. Put inside here. Everything put every here. Okay. Next, after chain rules, finish lah. Chapter 2. Next, 25 marks. Each question 25 marks. One question, one chapter, 25 marks. Okay, next chapter 3, you belajar double integral dA, where dA you have type 1 and type 2. Type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is dy dx. Type 2 is dx dy. How you look up on dy dx? From bottom to top, and dx dy you look from left to right. This one, assignment dah buat banyak soalan kot. Hopefully you okay lah. And do not compare these two or else you're going to get confused. Please look up on your diagram. Make sure you know how to sketch lah. Make sure you know how to sketch as well. Okay, after this one, you learn on the third part, dr d theta, which is polar. R dr d theta. R dr d theta, this is polar. Look from inside to out. Inside to out, inside to out, inside to out. This might be one question, this one question lah. Every subtopic one question, right? And the last subtopic, one question, triple integral, dv. Triple integral can have like 3 types, which is spherical coordinates, sine phi d rho d theta d phi, d rho d theta d phi, and we have dz r d theta, and we have dz dy dx. Okay, try know how to solve lah. Apa lagi satu topik dalam tu? Je kan? Make sure you know how to sketch as well. Okay, next chapter 4. Chapter 4 you learn on separable. And another one is linear. Separable you learn on how to solve. And then application. Application, you learn 2 types, which is temperature and another one is population. Make sure you know the formula. Ni start formula you have to return. Okay, for linear, again, also you need to know how to solve. You can have the formulas with you. Application, you can have application you have 2 application, which is one mixing problem. Another one is circuit, right? Circuit. Ni temperature, ni population. Okay, so the questions will be in question 4 or 5, right? Question 4 or question 5, right? So question 4A, B. Let's say question 5A, B. Let's say question A is separable. Question B is linear lah. Okay, let's say 5 is yang ni mungkin linear, yang ni mungkin separable. Something like that. Choose either one lah. Separable. Might be this one application dia masuk separable. Let's say population. Mungkin population. So linear dia keluar lah. Might be linear, might be mixing. Mixing. Or circuit. Macam tu. Okay. So for this one, ataupun mungkin solve. Solve saja. Mungkin macam tu lah. Or solve. Might be like that. Or this one might be solve dulu. Ataupun mungkin dia mau masuk linear. Mungkin dia mau masuk, tadi mix. Yang ni mungkin circuit. Okay. Ataupun kalau yang ni tadi tu solve, mungkin yang ni mix. Contoh. Dan this one is separable. Might be this one is temperature. Might be. So choose one question. Choose one questions that you feel that you can answer correctly. Ada satu soalan. Jackson nak tanya apa? Yes, silakan. You nak tanya soalan?
Madam, sorry. Yang chapter 4 tu kan, itu linear. Jika linear dia macam dia soalan dia punya equal lah. Equal dia belakang dia cun dia 0 lah. So kita kena guna separable atau linear.
Separable atau linear? Up to you. Normally, actually methods, normally lah in final exam they will ask to do, they will give you the methods that they want you to use. Normally they will ask you the method to use. For example, use linear dia akan cakap by using integrative factor method. If they ask you integrative factor method, linear means that they ask you to solve by linear equations lah. By using separable equation, they ask you, means that you need to use separable. So if they say, normally final will tell you what method they ask you to find. However, if the method doesn't mention, let's say dia tak cakap pun macam you cakap tadi, tiba-tiba belakang tu kosong. You boleh separate, you boleh buat linear kan. Ada certain equation, there is certain questions that they're separable, they're also linear. You can see in your tutorial, right? So there is questions that can solve by linearly and it also can be solved by separably. So if the question doesn't ask what method to solve, it's up to you. Both will be accepted. Will be accepted.
Thank you.
Tapi normally they will ask lah. Kalau tanya final selalunya lah dia minta.
Okay, thank you.
Kecuali application. Application, you should know this is separable, this is linear normally. But if it doesn't say about linear, but let's say lah equation tu linear, tapi dia boleh solve by separable. Tak ada masalah, buat je lah. Kalau dia tak ada arahan dalam soalan kan, boleh je lah. Alright. You nak tanya bila-bila masa tanya je. No need to apologize. Memang kelas ni untuk awak tanya kan. Assignment ada kot satu soalan yang macam ni. Assignment saya terimalah dua-dua soalan. Dua-dua cara. Sebab tak mention method kan. Sebab saya tak mention method kan. So saya terima je lah. Saya terima. Saya tak boleh kata salah. Awak kena faham matematik is about logic. Kalau benda tu you boleh solve dengan betul, sepatutnya saya kena terima. Dia macam tu. Unless dia tak logik, maksudnya dia memang tak boleh separate. Contoh, dia memang linear, dia bukan separable. Saya akan I will tell you why is wrong lah. Macam tu. Fakta, dan saya akan beritahu lah fakta dia. Kenapa dia tak boleh betul dan lain sebagainya. Saya pun kena cari reason tau. Everything that cannot wrong, cannot be solved or something. So everything has reason on that. So supposedly lah, if you have a correct methods, I still accept it. Okay, continue. Last one, chapter 5. Chapter 5 is question number 3, right? Question number 3. So it's compulsory. Everything is compulsory to answer. Only that you have option for question 4 and 5. Options. Depends on you lah. Options is depend on the applications. Ada orang mungkin nampak soalan mixing tank. Let's say mixing tank dia tak suka. So dia pilih lagi satu punya soalan. Kan? Macam itulah contohnya. So kami bagi option to you guys. But you cannot avoid lah to answer question 4 or question 5. Okay. Chapter 5, question number 3, of course, there will be one for undetermined coefficients, another one undetermined coefficients. Another one will be variation of parameter, which is non-homogeneous lah keluar. Non-homogeneous. Homogeneous is simple. Homogeneous kan yang equal to 0, right? It's in this method and this method as well. If you remember, you need to find YC first. For both method, you need to find YC first. You let it equal to 0. Both method, you need to find your YC first. This one also need to find your YC by table 1, right? By table 1, you need to find your YC. And then for undetermined coefficient, you need to find table 2 to find your YP, because your final answer will be YC plus YP. Okay, this one table, you find YC and you need the formula step. Y equal to U Y1 plus B Y2. So you need to find U, you need to find Wronskian, you need to find B. If you remember, you need to find everything formula you have, right? So both will come out in exam lah, not optional. So might be this is question A, this is question B. 35 marks. 35 marks, of course 2 questions. Takkanlah satu soalan 25 markah kan? Okay, both will come out. So focus lah, and then don't forget you have quiz for this one. Hopefully you score 100% for here. Same as last time, you cannot turn back the paper. Cannot return the paper once you click next. And you have 40 minutes. I think this one you can finish early kot, sebab soalan dia tak ada soalan application. There's no applications problems. There's no applications questions for chapter 5, right? So doesn't have involve much words. Dia direct je lah. What is YP? What will YC? What is auxiliary equation or something like that? Okay. That's it, I think. Okay, I already reviewed all chapters. Chapter 1, chapter 2, 3, 4, 5. So any question before I end this meeting? Any question? For your finals, for your test, for your assignment. Sorry saya tak dapat bagi assignment lagi. Bagilah saya masa sebab saya final year paper lagi. Apa semua ni test awak ni pun tu lagi. If you have any problem with the test, please do tell me by end of this week, or else I will finalize the mark. I will finalize the marks lah. Finalize the marks. All your carry marks, I will, as I told you, I will return to you before your finals. That is my aim lah. Saya tak kisahlah lecturer lain. Saya punya aim sendiri adalah saya akan return to the students before the finals. Ni cara saya lah. Apa yang baru belajar dengan saya, awak kan baru belajar dengan saya dah tak kisahlah kita. So no question so far? So BMMA, this is our last class. So for our lecture class this evening, I will directly to additional exercise 3 lah. I will not discuss it about this one again. Or the instruction I will not discuss again. I directly to additional exercise 3. Kan yang you guys request kan, additional exercise 3. If you feel that the additional exercise doesn't enough, you can find through library portal. So you can have lots of files here there. And if still not enough, you can do all the tutorials. I given you the answer. And I would like to remind you, additional exercise, I don't have the final answer. Intensive practice. Intensive practice 3 kan. Sorry, nama dah berbeza silap. Saya terconfuse dengan buku kalkulus. Buku kalkulus additional exercise. Okay, intensive practice. Saya tak ada, I don't have the final answer. So you can check with your friends. But if you have problem, you can ask me anytime during the study week. So study week start from today. You can study from today up to Sunday. Your exam is on 6th July, right? Monday is 5th July. 5th July kalau boleh ask me anything lah, please. This is too last minute. You will stress, I also will stress with it. 5th July is last minute, it's like tomorrow is final exam. Avoid to ask me question. You can ask me until up to Sunday, okay? Up to Sunday on 4th July, which is like 10 days from now. So, tanyalah bila-bila yang awak nak. Nak juga tanya last minute. Sebab apa saya tak bagi student tanya macam ni? Kadang-kadang kan exam exam is on Tuesday, right? On 9 morning. Ada student tanya pukul 2 pagi tau. Biasalah study last minute kan. 2 pagi saya tanya saya soalan. Saya pun stres tengok. Lepas tu tanya pula soalan yang macam, yang ni pun tak tahu lagi. Esok nak exam ni. Awak pun akan stres nanti. Saya pun akan stres. So, don't ask me last minute. You can study from now. Stay. Okay? Help friends. Help friends to mean that create study week, study group. Do your study week properly. Kalau saya study week saya plan tau. Monday nak buat apa, Tuesday nak buat apa. You have 4 chapters to cover. 4 chapters. Quite a lot. 4 chapters not include the other subject yet. Not include subject others yet. So saya akan plan. Okay, contoh Sabtu nak bersenang lenang. Okay, tak apa, Sabtu senang lenang, Ahad kena mula contoh. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, plan. Okay, kalau saya akan buat study group dengan kawan-kawan saya. Study group saya buat macam mana? Saturday and Sunday. This Saturday and Sunday, coming Saturday and Sunday, please study all chapter 2 until 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So on Monday, we're going to have discussion for all chapters. So assign seorang student setiap chapters lah. Setiap chapters. So sebabkan semua orang study, so boleh tanya dan boleh bincang terus. Okay, lepas tu sama-sama buat pasir. Buat pasir set time. Okay, semua start pukul 9 pagi, kita set 2 jam je lah. 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours buat satu pasir. And then compare the answer. Itulah baru betul help each other. Ni tunggu exam baru nak tolong. Seriously, yang bagi jawapan ni yang selalu akan problem. Problem maksudnya dia yang akan rasa tekanan. Orang yang tiru ni, dia tak rasa tekanan pun, dia tak rasa tanggungjawab pun. Sebab dia akan play victim lah untuk save their ass. So fikir panjang. Jangan change set soalan yang pastinya. Change set soalan adalah kesalahan yang besar. Kalau macam hari tu awak tiru apa semua tu, saya husnuzon saja. Tapi kalau boleh janganlah sebab saya nampak kan benda tu. Saya boleh dakwa awak fikir tu. Cuba sedaya upaya untuk awak dengan usaha awak untuk lulus subjek ni. Lulus. Yang penting lulus. Satu. Second, if you can get A, try to get A. Try to get A. You can do it. This one. There's no impossible in this thing. Sebab you already know all the question already actually. It's not possible you to get 90 marks and above. Okay? That is how I work waktu saya belajar. Saya belajar kalau awak tanya nak kata nampak macam skema kan, tapi saya student yang macam saya very strict on my studies. Maksudnya saya skema waktu saya belajar. Tapi waktu saya gembira saya I play hard, I study hard, I also play hard. Saya orang teater kot, artis kot. Waktu universiti dulu. Tapi boleh manage to get not just dean, first class kot. 3.75. Maksud saya waktu ada certain semester saya dapat pointer yang macam tu. I managed to get JPA as my scholarship. Bukan nak cakap hebat apa semua. Semua orang boleh buat. Semua orang boleh buat sebenarnya. I'm not a great student saya dah naik turun. Saya kat sekolah tak adalah nak grade sangat. Tak adalah dapat nombor 1 sentiasa. Tak lah. Tapi main-main juga tu. Saya kata play hard, study also hard. Okay? Okay, I wish you all the best for BMMA. I think this could be our last meeting. So means that selalunya saya akan cakap jumpa waktu PSM or jumpa waktu LI. Tapi maybe I will further my study next year in PhD level. So doakan saya, wish me luck. So mungkin kita tak jumpa lah waktu awak final year kat sini. Tapi tak apalah, kita jumpa somewhere kan. So doakan saya juga, apa yang saya nak daripada awak adalah result, good result, your integrity and your pray lah, your doa is very, pada saya tu sangat besar lah satu doa tu kalau awak bagi kat saya. Okay, so saya minta maaf jika saya ada salah di mana-mana. Saya minta maaf dari hujung rambut ke hujung kaki. I apologize for anything that I did wrong in front, behind you, from head to toe. I ask you for forgiveness. I'm very sorry for everything, and I also forgive anyone or everyone and anyone who make mistake to me. I also forgive all of you. Kalau saya juga maafkan anda semua jika ada salangan saya, sebab saya tak nak awak tak skor sebab benda-benda macam tu. Sebab saya Muslim, saya percaya pada keberkatan. So saya berkati semua, so saya maafkan semua, saya nak you skor. Itu yang penting kan. Dan berjaya dunia akhirat lah untuk semua. Alright. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum and have a nice day. See you this evening.